Greetings, friends. It's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush. And today I've got one more collage. Yay! This one I'm actually doing from one that I built for my fairy tale alphabet book. I believe this one was for the Vizier, but the girl looking up was so charming. I decided to go ahead and finish this picture for framing and entering in an art show. Here I'm starting with the pencil drawing and putting in her hair. Now the deal with finishing a picture usually just means that I'm adding a background and making the collage parts go all the way to the edge of the paper. But in her case, I had little tree branches and a bird sticking into the page. So I actually cut her out of this paper and put her onto a different background. I think the faces are what make collage so fascinating to me, so challenging, because usually facial tones have lots of soft, rounded shadows and edges, and you can't get that with collage. You are using geometric shapes cut and pasted, and yet if I can find just the right tonal qualities, the right shadowing in the colored paper I'm using, I can actually get some smooth looking transitions between dark and light. I think that's what intrigues me most about this technique and keeps me coming back to it, because I find it so fascinating. And adding a little bird. That's also very fun for me. I get to add things that don't really belong in this particular composition. Faces, eyeballs, animals, words. Lots of fun. Well, at least I find it so. So I've decided to make her dress in variations of green, which is also very unusual for me because I have quite an aversion to green. I would never wear green, and certainly I don't like to put my characters in green, but it worked for this particular composition, and I have a lot of green pieces of paper. I think it goes back to my childhood when we would take long trips in a very green car, and because I was short enough, small enough, I couldn't see out the windows, I would often get car sick. I threw up in that car so often. I still feel queasy around things that are green. I know that's just got to be nothing more than psychological hoo-ha, but there it is. I won't have I remember the time my husband brought home a new phone, and it was green. I made him return it for a white one. And then he came in because we needed a laundry basket. Now, anything as simple as a laundry basket. And he thought I would praise him for his efforts of going out to get me a laundry basket, but wouldn't you know it, yes, it was green. And I returned it for a white one. I just couldn't handle using a green one. It made me ill. And the poor man thought that I was making fun of him or something. I had to explain to him that I literally got sick around it. Green. Now here I am working on the background, and I decided at first that I wanted a kind of a blue sky background for her, and I finished this whole page filled with blue before I decided that I didn't like her sitting in her green on top of this shade of blue. It was too dark. She got lost. She looked almost invisible, and it was also too busy. I guess I should have cut the pieces down smaller. Oh, and even that wouldn't have helped, because the value of her green dress matches too closely the value of this blue sky. So I threw out the blue and started again with shades of white. Off-white, eggshell, almost a gray white, but the white worked much better, as you can see. So I filled this whole page of background with my white pieces. If I had had a lighter blue, it would have worked for me, I think. But I didn't. So white it is. You see this kind of a grayish I'm using there. Would have worked if I had enough of those pieces of gray. But I still wanted her to stand out against the background, not be lost in it. So I finished this whole background with whites, off-white, gray-white, and there she is against it with my pictures on it. I put a little drawing of a little girl, postage stamps that were just in black and white, a few words. A duck. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Check out my links below, and if you want, this picture is for sale in my Etsy shop, Dancing Paintbrush Co. Do come again. Bye, everyone.